Overwatch 2 is now the worst rated game of all time? What? How is that even a thing? Let's see what Linus is even tuning in on this. Well, let's see what he has to say.
What is going on? Multiple Blizzard games are being added to Steam, starting with Overwatch 2.
Yeah, well, they got bought by Microsoft.
Nothing to do with its dying player base. Total coincidence. I'm Linus, this is GameLinked, and this is an investor report from Activision Blizzard that admits that player interest is drying up in Overwatch 2. Although it stops short of admitting at least one big reason for that. The cancellation of the permanently available story campaign in favor of charging more for seasonal PvE missions.
The reason for the
Overwatch 2 team
on Overwatch 2 essentially got canceled.
Is
can always use
you can do with critical strikes or by making enemies vulnerable.
Thank you, 40.
After including critical strike and vulnerable damage as core parts of many abilities, the devs felt that these were
thank you for the sub, man.
viewed as
Death Knight
hard
of our Scourge.
requirements by players.
Thank you, thank you.
They just don't understand why. Why players want to do damage. I mean,
why do you want to do the things we built?
Is Blizzard even aware of the rogue class? Instead of buffing other abilities to make different builds more viable, they just made the existing ones worse. That's like the LA Lakers just breaking LeBron James's legs because he's outshining the other players. No.
Break his legs for content.
No, you need to practice more. Practice? No amount of practice is gonna make you LeBron James, especially if you're me though.
You talking practice?
Blizzard also added a level requirement to access the higher world tiers that offer more XP and gold without any mention in the patch notes. You can't do that.
That's good.
Luckily, they reversed this change with a hotfix patch today, but they decided to...
Sometimes reversing a change, something like that, you've already built up bad will with the customer base. So now everyone's just pissed. Nobody gives a shit anymore.
Leave the nerfs in place. There's a campfire chat live stream tomorrow, though, so be sure to tune in if you like platitudes and promises that will be broken. Like this one. On behalf of Blizzard, we hear you.
Yeah.
The planned Steam launch of GameCube and Wii emulator Dolphin has been officially canceled after its creators say they were put in a simply impossible position, having to reach an agreement with Nintendo's lawyers.
Yeah, that's not
Valve
gonna
had
happen.
stipulated that the Dolphin team would have to get Nintendo's explicit approval if they wanted to appear on the Steam store. And, like a rich girl falling in love with a poor boy from the wrong side of the tracks, I'm afraid it wasn't meant to be.
It's not gonna happen.
It doesn't look like Nintendo intends to take legal action.
But we always talk about how we hate exclusives, but Nintendo is the king of exclusives. But can you really hate Nintendo? I mean, come on. How are you gonna hate that shit? They make mushrooms that talk. Come on.
Against the emulation team at least, which seems wildly out of character. You okay, Nintendo? But that's likely because they actually can't. You see, in the letter sent to Valve, Nintendo cited a section of the DMCA that forbids technology that is used primarily to subvert copyright protection measures. However, if you scroll down just a little, the exact same section extends protection for circumventing those measures for the sake of interoperability between an independently created computer program and other programs.
So an emulator?
That's like an emulator.
Yeah.
Wow! The only part of Nintendo's code in Dolphin is the Wii Common Key, which is used for decrypting Wii games. But given that it's a string of randomly generated numbers and letters, the Wii Common Key is not copyrightable under US law.
No.
You can't just throw a big fistful of dice and copyright the outcome. I don't want to call it outcome. I want to call it Wii Common Key. I just really love saying that. You can, however, intimidate everyone else in the room into pretending that you can copyright that outcome. Do I look intimidating?
Oh, I'm
terrified.
Not to our sponsors. The show is brought to you by Samsung. Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked event is not very far away, and you can reserve the next generation of Galaxy devices, all with no deposit or space credits required. Signing up is quick and easy. You will definitely be done in less than
Galaxy
12 parsecs,
Flex?
which is a unit of
Another
distance.
foldable phone?
Except when it isn't. Oh, that's even in the script. That's great.
Yeah, that's correct. The astrophysicist corrected that.
They'll even give you a $50 credit. So don't force yourself to keep using that old phone. Check out Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked event on July 26th and head to the link below to reserve your new device today. Dear Linus, more quiggle
give my
video
first phone a
ideas.
poor fat
Curveballs,
phone.
crackpots. Wow, what a weird paragraph. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard have officially postponed their wedding.
Oh, clear,
Not
you
because they
gifted us that. I
finally
didn't even
learned
realize.
who
Thank
the
you.
other one is. I guess they both knew that. We all did. But to allow more time to get approval from their respective families and/or relevant regulatory bodies in the UK. If not for the extension, Microsoft would have had to pay its thwarted bride-to-be a left-at-the-altar fee of $3 billion, which, by the way, is still a possibility according to the new agreement.
Holy shit.
Microsoft will have to pay $3.5 billion if the deal fails to close before
It's gonna
August
close
29th,
before.
and then another $1 billion on top of that
It's
if
gonna
they
close
can't do
before.
the deed by September 15th. That is one heck of a dowry. In what could be described as souring the pot, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick confirmed that he is willing to stay for as long as needed
Oh,
after the
yay,
acquisition.
good.
Something that
We were gonna miss
literally
Bobby.
nobody else wants or asked for.
I
Yeah.
don't want him there when we consummate.
Thanks, Bobby.
Probably needs another boat. That makes sense.
You can leave him at the altar.
A reputable leaker has claimed that Capcom will announce Resident Evil 9 next year for a 2025 release, going by the names Aesthetic Gamer and Dusk Golem. They also, man, that would be a wedding to attend.
So, yeah,
College.
What an
Some good
invitation.
names.
They also claimed another major title will be announced by Capcom this year for a 2024 release. This is the same leaker that spelled out the first 30 minutes of Resident Evil 8 2 months before the game released. They also marked it with a spoiler warning, and that's just pure class. That's how you earn my trust.
Nice.
Pirate.
Former devs from Bungie and EA have formed a new studio called Look North World to create groundbreaking
Not the
games
best
that no
name.
one has ever seen before in Fortnite. Yes.
What?
Epic Games launched the Roblox-esque Unreal editor for Fortnite in
Yeah.
March, letting anyone
These guys made a
build and
game
publish
company
games
just to make that
within
shit?
Fortnite. And now the devs behind galaxy-spanning space operas like Destiny and Halo have released their first game,
Wow.
Outlaw Corral, a 1v1 shooter which looks, wow,
like Overwatch.
a lot like Fortnite. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but if they make enough from Epic's payout system,
like
maybe their
McCree
next game's
gameplay.
visuals will get upgraded.
Oh, that's not his
to,
name
like,
anymore, I'm sorry.
The same tier as 2001's Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
Still the top in my mind.
That'd be pretty great. Sleep tracking game Pokemon Sleep finally launched, and it's already being
What?
exploited for rewards. Pokemon Go players are setting their phones' clocks forward to try and get a special costume Snorlax, because of course they are. Other people using Pokemon Sleep as intended have discovered that the app's noise detection function, intended to detect snoring and other indicators of sleep quality,
Yeah.
also records farts if you rip them audibly enough. Do we really have a clip of this?
Oh,
That's
gamers.
unfortunate.
Yeah, we do.
Gamers never cease to amaze me.
So, thanks to a Pokemon game, thousands of people have learned that if they don't shave their butt crack, their farts are actually a lot quieter. And
What?
a new content update for Disney's Dreamlight Valley. Dream
Hairy
Snaps
asses
came
make
out
quieter
yesterday,
farts.
adding new features like dressable mannequins, customizable furniture, and a game-breaking bug. Woo! The update increases game length by continuing the main storyline and eating several players' local save files. Of course, it
That's
also decreases game length by frequently failing to launch, preventing many gamers from playing it at all. In what may or may not be a coincidence, this update likewise introduces Vanellope von Schweetz. I don't even
It's
know
a
how to
news
pronounce that.
update
I'm
about
sorry. Oh, that's
Overwatch.
right. From Wreck-It Ralph. Canonically a video game character who causes games to glitch out. Darn it, Vanellope, you deleted all my
Worst
furniture.
rated game ever.
And I will
Overwatch
darn
got
you
that
to
wonderful
gaming
title.
heck if you don't come back next Tuesday for more tech news. Wait, tech news?
Huh?
Gaming news! You copy-pasted an outro.
Wait.
Bad.
There's another channel like this?
I didn't take my pills today.
Fail. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, nice. Nice video. Good times.